Well, good day. Hello to everyone here. Thank you for tuning in. This is not the usual time. The later time that I'll be doing a live feed is closer to 5 p.m. actually, which is, what does that mean? 6 hours from now, so 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is so good to see you all. Love you very, very much. I can't text him while I'm on live, but I wanted to do this surprise live real quick. This is what you're going to get. We're going to talk for maybe 5 to 10 minutes with a friend of mine called Luis Howes. Lewishowes. I wanted to share a little bit about his inspiring story today real quick with you because we actually did a podcast together. I think it's got, I don't know how many thousands of views already on his YouTube. No idea how many downloads on the podcast, but there were two people in the last 30 days that really encouraged me. That with the changes in the speaking circuit, that both Luis and Ed Mallette, who I just happened to be, thanks to my friend Story who reached out to Luis at the right time, organized that. And then Ed, I direct messaged him on Instagram and he came back to me and he said, sure, I'd love you on the program. And so 2 podcasts within a couple of weeks together that we actually did the production of it. And both of them said, Nick, you got to dive in 2 feet, go for it, podcast and go online. And so they've been a huge encouragement. And so I wanted to give a shout out to Luis Howes and us to have a talk. I've never done this before. We could do a video request, so bear with me. And you know what? If I stuff up but I don't know what to do with my nose here and click on the right button, I'm going to have to just be real with you and have my assistant on speakerphone to help me to make sure that I'm doing it right. So here we go. Luis, are you out there, brother? I think what you're supposed to do is give me a video request. Let's see what's going on. And then I just wanted everyone to know Luis, who he is. Here he is. He's given some prayer hands here. He's here. What do I do? So we're going to tune in because we had a wonderful time with the podcast interview together. And we know a lot of people are being touched. I think there's about 10,000 people who already watched our video version of it. So love you, Luis. I'm ready. What do I do, Luis? Teach me how to do this. Here, not sure how to request. Ha. All right, I love this. Does anyone know? You know what? I'm just going to call. This is cool. Isn't this cool? You're learning how I have no idea what I'm doing. Video request. I have no idea. This is hilarious. Isn't this cool? Hey, first of all, tell me your country, where you're tuning in from. Hello. Brazil. Hello. See, there are other people who've been able to do a live video request. Let me just call somebody. This is awesome. See, this is the real Nick, right? He really doesn't know what he's doing. He's just flying by the seat of his pants half the time. Give me 1 second. Hey, real quick, how do I please, thank you, Carla, how do I please tap on the bottom right, should show people to join and add me? How do I do a click on requesting on live video to have a live chat with Luis Howes?
So, is he live already?
He is. He's there. Yep.
Okay. So if he's live, you actually have to click on his live.
Click on his live.
Yes, so you need to go into his live, and it will sporadically, like as you see people's comments, it will say, ask Luis if you can join his live. And you click it, and there's a request.
Okay, so I'm live right now, and he's on the feed commenting. I want him to join me on my...
Then he has to request it, and you have to accept it.
Yes. So Luis. So how does Luis then... He's online.
If he's watching yours, he should see the option saying, ask Nick to join his live.
Okay. So Luis, find the button, please. You're live, by the way, Carla. Say hi. This is my longest employee for 15 years. Luis requests. Oh, you're the best, Carla. Carla, how long you work with me for?
Oh, like my life.
You're live. I love it. I was 23 when we started, so we're talking 16 years ago. Luis is saying, not showing me to ask.
Okay, let me see if I can...
Henry Rios, you requested a video. How did you do that? You guys are requesting videos. Can you explain to us, how does this work? This is like the coolest thing.
He needs to see comments. He needs to see all the comments. If he doesn't have comments on where you can see...
No, he's there. He's there.
He can see that?
Yeah.
He can see the comments.
I'm using my primary phone, so I can't even call him. This is like so funny. I'm not going to cut this live. This is going to be so funny. All right. Well, it is funny. Please tell my name. This is Sandeep. Hi, Sandeep.
Victor said that tell Lewis to scroll up. It's up on the feed.
To scroll up, it's on top of the feed.
Lewis scrolls up to the very top.
To scroll to top of comments. There we go.
There you go.
Luis, scroll to the top of comments. And then what?
And then he should be able to request to join your video.
Oh, and then there should be the request to join on video. Awesome. You see, Lewis Howes has the same sent. He said sent. Try again. Sent. Haha. So Lewis Howes and I, we have the same amount of following. I'm not sure how many lives he's requested here. I've never done it before either, except for when you did it on your page. So he said it did. He tried and it didn't work.
Well, because you have to accept him. Are you looking? You have to look at your phone and it will say, Lewis has requested to join your...
Yeah, I haven't. I'm getting it from other people, but I haven't seen how Lewis has given me a request yet. Hi, darling. Prakash. Hi, Tia. Hi, Myra. Hi, Mojito. Mojito Shniawao. Awesome.
Yeah, tell him keep requesting because maybe it's pushing other people.
All right, keep requesting. Last time. Let's try this. We're going to do this. I got it. Okay, he said I got it. All right. You got it, but did you do it? It's there. Try again. I'm seeing other people's requests, but not...
Scroll through because maybe it...
Okay. Okay. All right. Now I'm scrolling with my nose. Sorry for the social distancing.
We have multiple people working on this.
This is hilarious because no, I can't see one request from him. Luis, we're going to have to try this again. I don't know. It's hilarious. Well,
Do I try Paul Gus?
cool. I didn't even have his number on this phone.
I can text it to you. I can add him in.
Yeah, to this phone, do that. I'm going to try. Call someone for an assist. I'm calling. We're calling in. Back up. Here we go. Can you add Gus? Add Gus, please.
Oh, Gus in. Oh, Gus.
Luis, try again, man. Send a request. Wait a second. Sign off and back on. I'll request ASAP. All right, let's try that. Here we go. I'm signing off and I'm going to delete this. As funny as this was. Should I delete this? Or do you think people are going to be like it? Say delete, yes or keep?
All right, Gus, Technical Guru is on the line.
Technical Guru. Hey, Gus.
Yes, sir.
You're on live. How are you, bro?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, listen, so I'm getting trying to get Lewis Howes to do this interactive thing on Instagram where he requests a video. He goes to the top. He clicks on the, the request at the top of the comments. He says he sent it again, but there's nothing that's coming through. And I even stopped. Here we go. Okay, view. Here we go. It's like fishing. fishing.
You got it?
I had to catch it, and then it's like fishing.
Yes!
Hey! Love you guys. Love you, Carla. We did. That was the funniest thing. Oh my gosh.
Dude,
Love
I've been
you, Carla.
dying
Thank
over
you guys.
here.
Bye. Oh my goodness.
I've
Hi.
been dying over here laughing.
Were you sweating, man? I'm
Sweating,
sweating.
man.
This is like the best.
This is unbelievable. Dude.
Hi.
You're a champion, man. You got the nose flick.
The
You got
nose
everything,
thing.
man.
It's like, hey,
Oh.
the request came in, but I didn't see your name. And then I'm like, wait a second. It says XYZ name requested, and then
Oh my gosh.
56 others requested.
Oh my
and
gosh.
and just
know,
for a
sorry.
split second, I saw your name come up, and then it changed. I'm like, oh, I just got to click that.
Oh my gosh. It's my fault. I didn't know. It's usually on the bottom right where you click, like when I accept people. So I didn't know how to join yours. And then I scrolled back up. I found it, but then there was probably 100 people in there. So
It is not your fault. You
It's all
have
good.
taught me much.
it's all good, man. We made it work.
Oh my gosh. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. I think, you know what's funny? We had
Tell
a
me.
live, was it 2 days ago?
Yeah.
And that was actually like the day where, for the first moment, I felt the weight and the pressure of my world kind of follow me. I feel like I've had everything together until that day. Like some stuff with my mom happened, some stuff with my team happened, like girlfriend stuff, like everything was happening in the business. And I was like, wow, I was starting to feel a little like worry, anxiety. And I was like, this is what everyone's been feeling like for 3 weeks. Okay, now And the greatest thing I did was stop and pause everything, every distraction, every notification, every conversation, and breathe and put my hand over my heart and just connect back to my breath and to, a greater mission and purpose. And I feel so much better over the last couple of days since reminding myself to breathe every morning, every night before I go to sleep. Like just detox the stuff in the brain and the heart, just like letting it all go. And it's been an amazing reminder to not allow myself to get back to that place, because that place doesn't allow you to create positive things. It doesn't allow you to make good decisions in your relationships with your team, in your career. And so the best thing I can do is focus on being calm in the mind and the heart so I can make the best decisions possible and lead with love in this moment.
That's it, man. Well said. You're certainly a man on a mission with a greater purpose. And first of all, I want to say hello to anyone watching. So let me ask you an Instagram question. So people know that you're live with me right now from your platform. Can you say hello to them?
Of course.
Hi, everyone. I love you. And say hello to the people and following me. Guys, this is Luis.
What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well.
He is an absolutely awesome, humble man who is very focused on living in the present and just focusing on that. I just want to say, yeah, I've had the same thing. It's actually now, though, been 10 weeks for me.
I know.
I knew that this was going to happen 10 weeks ago.
Because people were canceling stuff internationally, as you're a big international speaker, and you were like, oh, I'm seeing this stop here and China and Asia and Europe, and now it's happening in the U.S. Obviously, in the last 2 weeks, like everything's on pause.
Right, and so between even November, January, and November to January, actually, it's been an interesting thing to watch because I've been to China 37 times now, and
you're big in China, huh?
I'm a lot of people know who I am in China, and I'm thankful to have gone to China many, many times, but it's been a difficult year already for China in the last 12 months economically. And when you're overseas and you're jet lagged, guess what you do? You actually watch the world news, and not just American news. You watch the 3 different channels, and so
BBC,
all that. And so for me, it was like, wow, this is going to be pretty bad. And so, Luis, what I love about you is that you and I, we have a lot of things in common. One of them is that we never pretend that we've got it all together, and that we never panic, and that we never, go through mental numbness or anxiety at times. And I am so glad, everyone, where is your your documentary, the name of your documentary, and your website. Can
Yeah.
you tell everyone
Yeah.
what that is and your
Yeah.
podcast real quick? So people at least straight up, before anybody goes, no one's going to go, but we're all home.
Yeah.
And we're going to be having a great
Greatness.com.
conversation.
Greatness.com is where you can see the documentary. We're actually going to launch it. We had it open for a little bit of time. It's not there now, but you can sign up to be notified when we launch it soon. We're probably going to put it out again for free here in the next week, just because everyone's asking for it, and this is the great time for that. But it's called Chasing Greatness, and it's about how to live the life of your dreams.
Yeah.
So especially during this time, it's funny because, you know, we've been really working with my core audience because so many people are losing their jobs right now. The restaurant across the street that I go to all the time, they had to let go of 300 of their team members in a weekend. I talked to a guy that follows me. He runs a big events business that he puts on Coachella and all these other events around Los Angeles, had 90 employees. He had to let them all go, and he's out of work. And he was the CEO and the founder of it. So many people are hurting and struggling, challenged with trying to figure out what's next. What's now when there's no money coming in, and what's next? And I'm just so focused on trying to serve people with the tools that I've learned, because 12 years ago, in 2008, it was hard for me because I had no money. I was living on my sister's couch. You know, I was living off credit cards, all that stuff. When the economy crashed, I know you remember 2008. I don't know if it hurt you as much then because you had a lot of speaking gigs, I think. Is that right still?
2008, I was strong.
Yeah.
You know, we were so diversified at that time that was a huge year actually for us, even in an economic collapse.
Right.
So I didn't hit, though. I had my economic collapse in 2011 because I actually did too many things, and 4 variables hit within 3 weeks, and it lost my money in 2011. So you and I know how it feels to have something going and then absolutely stop. And I want you to expand on that. Talk about before real quick, Luis. Who was Luis? I mean, we know you're the same person, but what was your life before you got to your sister's couch? Share a little bit about your story, man. I want people to get to know it.
I was, you know, grew up in Ohio, and I was a passionate dreamer. I just had big dreams my whole life, and I always felt like I was never good enough, and didn't have any friends as a kid growing up. And most of it was because I don't know what the word would be. I was just like, I was challenged in school. I was always in the special needs classes all the way through the end of high school. So
You had a learning disability, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so I had this insecurity around the knowledge that I had. I had an insecurity around if I was educated or not, because kids would make fun of me, and I was always told that I was in the bottom of my class. And when I went to 8th grade, I had a 2nd grade reading level. So it was just always in fear around how I looked around my classmates, peers, because they would ask us to read aloud, and I could never understand what was on the paper. And I leaned into sports. I put all my energy into sports because I wanted to escape that insecurity. And I had a dream of just being a professional athlete and doing something with my life, because I didn't feel like my life was meaningful. And so I went and I pursued this dream in the USA and played arena football, which is kind of like a step below the NFL. So you get paid $250 a week. They put you up in an apartment for free, and they give you food stamps. So it's not this glorious, like, money-making opportunity, but I was doing the thing that I loved in front of, 15,000 people a weekend playing football. For me, that was the dream. And I didn't need to make a lot of money. I would do it anyways. And I think now is the time to ask yourself, what would I want to be doing that I wouldn't make I potentially would do for free? Because now is the time. If you've lost your job, if you've lost your opportunities, what's the thing that you would love so much, that you're really good at, you've got skill, and you would do it no matter what time of day? I would start thinking about those skill sets that you have and going all in on them, because there is a way to make money around those skills. You just got to get creative enough and try different things to figure out what those skill sets are that can turn into opportunities for you. And that's why for me, in 2008, when I was done playing football, I just started diving into creating skills. I didn't think I had any, but I started finding mentors. I started asking questions. I started learning public speaking. I started doing salsa dancing. And I created a list for myself of every one of my biggest fears. And right now, I think a lot of people are feeling a sense of fear and uncertainty. So I would take out a piece of paper and a pen or write it in your phone and just create a top 10 list of your biggest fears.
Mm-hmm.
For me, at the time, it was speaking in public, because I was always afraid to read aloud in school because kids would laugh at me when I would stand up in front of the classroom. So that was my biggest insecurity. And I was just like, okay, in 2008, I have all this free time. I had a surgery with a broken arm, so I couldn't work out. I was like, well, I can go take on this fear. And I joined a Toastmasters class. I went every single week. I filmed it. I studied. I watched myself back. I had a mentor. And I just did it for a year until I could finally stand up without shaking. And that gave me a sense of confidence. And then I started making money doing that skill. So this is the time to develop the skills and put yourself out there so you're not afraid anymore. And then you can use that in the next few months, in the next 6 months, in a year. You'll be able to use that skill. This is that time, in my opinion.
Love that, Luis. Love that. And tell us about your podcast. And you've done how many interviews-ish? Dude.
Well, I had one of the biggest episodes of my life with a guy named Nick on Monday. And came out Monday. So interview with you.
I heard
amazing.
it was all right. I heard it was
amazing.
all right.
And the YouTube video is blowing up too. So
how many views do you have on YouTube right now on that?
On that video, I'm not sure. I haven't checked it today, but it's growing. We put it out, I think we put it out on Tuesday.
Right.
So it's only been up for 3 days.
Good.
But
but tell people like what to expect on your podcast, in case
School
there's someone who hasn't heard you.
Yeah, School of Greatness is a journey that I started 7 years ago, where I wanted to find the most talented and inspiring mentors for me in business and spirituality, in athletics, and personal growth, and learn from myself and then share that knowledge with the world. Because this is what I was doing in 2008 to 2010. I was interviewing these mentors that I was finding on LinkedIn, but no one was getting the information except for me. And I was like, this is how I accelerated my business, my career, became financially free, was by me doing this, learning the real lessons from school that I wish I would have had in traditional school. But I wanted to create my own school, the School of Greatness. And so I bring on world-class people like yourself and just tap into their heart, tap into their mind as much as possible to get those skills, tools, information so you can apply it to your life.
It's awesome. Where can they check it out?
School of Greatness on Apple, Spotify, or just,
Good.
Great.
Yeah, we've got 13,000 views in 30 hours. I just checked it out on just on YouTube alone, which is fantastic. And I love getting interviewed by people who are just real. And I've had a couple great interviews in the last year, but it's been such a pleasure to say that that was basically my first fun, live, real heartfelt podcast interview that I've had. And right after we had our time, I know Ed Mallette, and
Ed's the best.
Dude, he's amazing. And so my episode's coming up with him, I think, this week, and so we're really excited about that. Hey, I wanted to publicly thank you, Luis, for believing in helping me to have the courage to pivot real quick, and say do it. You and Ed both came in my life at the right time, and it's so surreal that here I am trying to ask my 12 million social media fans to help me to get to 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube. Like, there are 300 million views of me out there in the world, but I never focused on it. And I just got too comfortable, and I've learned a lot about the importance of diversity as much as you can in this industry, and just trying to stay true to your passion, stay true to your beliefs, and going for it and pivoting when the circumstance changes. So thanks for publicly. Thank you, Luis. Again, appreciate you, man.
Of course, man. Love you, man. I'm excited that we've got to connect at the right time, and I'm here to support how I can. So if you guys haven't subscribed to Nick's podcast, you got to check it out. The first episode is a banger. So make sure to go listen to it. And people don't get enough of your content, just solo. They see the speeches that go viral, the little 5-minute clips here and there. Unless they're subscribed to your sermon nonprofit, they get that more there.
Yeah.
But I think this is a real opportunity that your audience has been wanting this. So if you guys want more of Nick to just speak from the heart to you on audio and video, then leave a thumbs up or say yes or me right now in the comments, so that so he knows that you're on the right path. Because I think this is something they really want and they're going to be excited about. So when's the first YouTube video coming out?
So we've already got the podcast up. We are working on 3 or 4 different videos right now. One of them is a snippet of me doing a backflip on a trampoline, skydiving, doing I'm pretty short, right? Compared to you, I'm your half brother. And I was on the basketball field, and someone from one end of the 3-pointer line to me on the other 3-pointer line, he threw up the ball and I headbutted it into the hoop. And so we're doing those fun things. I'm going to do like humorous videos moving forward, but yeah, check it out, guys. You'll find it. We don't even have a URL yet because it hasn't been 30 days. You have to be 30 days old.
You either need a 30 days or like 1,000 or 10,000, something. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we're I think at 1,200 or something, and so thank you for your support. And I wanted to ask you, man, me and my podcast, I'm going to be just letting everyone know next Monday I'm going to be talking about fear, a monologue just with me, 20 minutes about fear. I just listened to the draft last night. It's going to be stellar. It's really going to be helpful. So the first one on my podcast is me sharing my story for those of you who don't know my story, and then on Monday I'll be talking about fear. What do you got going up on Monday on your podcast, man? Anything? You got interviews coming up?
I've got a poet, world-class poet,
beautiful,
in Q, who speaks about love and all these different things. So if you need some more love in your heart right now, I'd check that out on Monday too.
Love it. And also, Lois, I wanted to ask you, who do you think, out of all the people that you've interviewed, who do you think I should interview on my podcast? Because what I want to do is 20-minute
Joe Dispenza.
Okay.
I just interviewed him again 2 days ago. It's coming out this Friday. It's 2 of my biggest episodes I've done in the past are with him, and 2 of my biggest YouTube videos are with him. And he talks a lot about where you speak more to the faith-based spirituality side of things, of trust and faith and hope and inspiration. He also kind of backs that with like the actual scientific research about opening your heart, what that does to manifest opportunities, what that does for synchronicities, more love. So he talks a lot about the meditation side of things and the brain scans that show the proof behind having faith and hope and forgiveness and all this stuff. So it's like the tactical side of those things will be really interesting to both of you.
No, I don't want to interview anybody recently that you're doing.
It's all good.
Like a throwback. I'm thinking of, because you had like, well,
it'll be good. Someone like Tony Robbins would be great for you.
Interesting, right? A Shark Tank people. Who'd you have on?
Okay.
Yeah, Damon, right?
Damon John would be great.
He was amazing. Business people.
Tell me anyone you want. I'll introduce them to you.
That's all good, man. Hey, look, I want to tell you, I love you so much.
Love you too, man.
Thank you for shining what greatness looks like. And you always ask people this last question, in one word, define greatness, right? You asked me that.
Well, what's your definition of greatness? Yeah. So
what is Lewis Howe's, to all the followers watching right now, what is your definition of greatness today?
It evolves over time. And I think as a kid, we probably have different definitions. But for me in this moment, it's discovering your unique gifts and talents that are within you to pursue your dreams in life. And in that pursuit of your dreams, making the maximum impact on the people around you.
Sounds awesome, man. Love you. Hey,
are you
going to interview Oprah one day?
Of course. It's going to happen, man. Manifesting it.
Okay, you know what? Let's have a race.
Okay, perfect. Whoever gets over first. I'm in.
I reckon you win.
I'm in.
But hey, just say hello to her. I met her on stage for a wonderful life class that I had. And she's been an inspiring person for me since 2002. So just want to tell you, you've been a pivoting, inspiring person for me, Lewis Howes. Thank you for doing what you're doing. God bless you. And
love you, man.
Keep safe, man.
Appreciate it, man. You too. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care. Bye. Well, that was really, really, really cool. I've never done that before. Want to tell you, thank you so much for joining. This was sporadic. It's 11:30 on the dot. I have another phone call now. So just want to tell you I love you. Did you enjoy that? Thumbs up. Do you want me to do more of these sporadic things as well? Give me a thumbs up. And maybe if I see the hearts. I want you to maybe even do me a favor. If you follow other social media influencers, tell them to email me. We've just opened up partnership associations. I'm going all in on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We're going all in. Nickvujicic.com. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Really, really exciting stuff. And I just want you to know that I love you. And if you feel like someone should be on this show, what would your give me actually right now in your comments, who do you think I should try to do an Instagram live feed with, apart from yourself? Love you. Tell me that. And if you do want more faith-based things, please go to LWL Hope. We're going to be starting some daily things on Instagram as well. But we're going to be doing motivation, inspiration, aspiration right here. And check out lifewithoutlimits.org for any faith-based things. But does anyone have a question? Tom Billius, someone actually answered me. That's awesome. Hi. Tom, Matt Chandler, Jasmine Starr. I love Jasmine Starr. She's actually really, really cool. Joko Esque. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Lady Gaga. Do you think Lady Gaga would say hello to me? It'd be interesting, right, to have a conversation with Hope. Leonardo DiCaprio. Well, just if you got his number, let him know, because I'd have an interview with Leonardo. Being a fan of many of the people that you've talked about here, with understanding that we all go through ups and downs. And so I just keep on keeping on. Find your purpose, just like Luis was saying. When everything stops, it helps you to just go back to the rawness of going back to the core truths of who am I? Why am I here? So yeah. Oh, a comedian. That is awesome. I know just a comedian. I forgot his name, but I'm going to reach out to him. I'm going to see if a comedian can join me. Who would like some more comedy? Give me the hearts. Say comedy. Say comedy if you want me to. Rick Warren, Oprah, yes, absolutely. But comedy. You want comedy as well? We're going to do some Kanye West. That would be really cool. So if anybody knows anybody of the people we have talked about, be in touch with our team. Go to nickvujicic.com. Comedy. Good. We got a comedy. If someone is curious in how to get me to speak to your company through the employees webinar, school students, to all the superintendents, principals, teachers, parent-teacher associations, we are able to do a pre-recorded or a live platform message of motivation in this time of need. I'm actually going to be in touch with education departments of countries right now. The next 48 hours, they're all getting an email from me to say, look, if they want a Nick Vujicic shot of inspiration or vaccine to calm everyone and to inspire everyone, they're going to get that. So to all the schools, private schools, public schools, go to nickvujicic.com. We are offering webinars for schools. If you're at home and you're looking for motivation, go to nickvujicic.com. We normally provide it for $100. We've sharply discounted it to $20, called Rise Above. And check it out. Go to nickvujicic.com, click on it, enroll. you'll see the 6 things that I'm actually covering in on 3.5 hours of me. So all of us being at home, I really believe that you could be inspired with 3.5 hours of content. I normally only speak on stage for up to 60 minutes, and everyone's like, can we please learn more, have more? Check it out, Rise Above with Nick Vujicic at nickvujicic.com. Email me at nickvujicic.com, and please help me go to my YouTube channel, find it, you'll find it. It's on nickvujicic.com, a direct link. I don't even have a URL yet. So go to nickvujicic.com, register, join, give me your email, then go to YouTube channel and subscribe. And in those comments, give me, if you will, that welcome video. Give me in that comment on that YouTube video what you think I should be doing more on YouTube. I love you all so much. Evan Wickham. Hi, Evan. How you doing, man? I'm like 6 minutes late on this call, but I recognize that name. Oh, man, I'm so tempted to do another live. I think we'll have to text me. You know my number. I switched my number. I'll find you. I love you, everyone. Let's keep going one day at a time. Everyone, say bye. I love you. I saw the comedy. Make sure you go to nickvujicic.com. Help me to know what you want me to do. I'm happy to be at home. And if what we are building right now online is successful, which I really believe it will be, guess what? You're going to be able to hear from me for many, many years. And my dream has come true through a very difficult 10 weeks of my life. I feel like the biggest revolutions that we have as human beings is always birthed out of pain, tragic, chaos. So don't give up. Keep going. God bless you. And I won't tell you everything else on my heart that we're going to be doing, but I will live back in tomorrow at 5 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to skip the 5 p.m. today, and I'll see you 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow once again, unless we have another sporadic interview. Love you all so much. God bless. Take care. God bless America. God bless all the countries out there, and have a wonderful day. Love you. Bye. Is it interesting? I have to hang up with my nose. This is so weird. When I come close, I feel like I have to go almost cross-eyed to go. Where's the button? I feel so old. Oh my gosh. All right. Love you. Save this. I will save it. Thanks for telling me. I will save it. We'll see how we go. Hopefully it inspires a lot of people. Bye. See you tomorrow. Bye. Wait, where's the end? Oh, there it is.